Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about this week's Catch Up With Me video. I don't have a lot to share with you guys this week, but the stuff that I do have to share with you, I'm super excited about, so let's jump right on in. First of all, here's my planner layout for my small planner for the week. Didn't do much decorating other than these two stickers here, but hey, I wrote in it, so that counts for something. And here is my medium planner layout for the week. Actually, I love this whole color scheme, because we have Halloween here, which the sticker says, and then the rest is just fall. So I absolutely love that. Next on my list, I'm going to be working in, I bought this book a while back, and it's called My Life Vision Journal, and it's by Miss Angel Richardson, the one and only. So I love this, love, love, love it. And on the back it says, without a vision, and in quotes, parentheses, it says book, my people perish. Proverbs 29 and 18. So that's the back of it. And you guys, I even have a signed sticky note. Well, it doesn't stick, just a signed note. I said sticky, but you know what I mean. And it says, Michelle, you are amazing, and I wish you a ton of success, Angel Richardson. So I'm going to keep this forever. So like I said, I'm going to be working in this workbook and getting my stuff laid out, because I'm one of these people that as we start to approach the end of the current year, I want to be prepared so that I can go into the new year already knowing what it is that I want to accomplish. I don't like the last minute stuff. And let's see. I had down here new things to come for 2018, but I didn't write what those new things were. So, oh, I know what it was. So I was sitting down, and I'm not quite sure if I even told you guys this or not, but anyway, if I didn't, I was sitting down one day and it came to me. I have 3 websites, right? I have one for my writing, I have one for my coaching, and I have one for my travel business. And I just decided, you know what? My overall business name is Michelle is Making It Happen. And so I'm going to do a new website, and that's what it's going to be called. Michelle is Making It Happen. And then once you click on my website, I'll have a tab for my travel. I'll have a tab for my writing. I'll have a tab for my coaching. Now, I'm going to do that, but I did decide that I'm going to keep my coaching website only because all of my marketing material has that logo, Speak Life Coaching Group and stuff on it. So I'm thinking, and specifically it has their website on it. And so as long as I have that, I'm going to hold on to that website. So I'm just going to have 2 instead of the 3, although under the umbrella of Michelle is Making It Happen, it'll have everything that I am doing, you guys. So I'm super excited about that. And I'll start working on that around the early to mid part of November, if not December. Yeah, because it's like really no rush. You know what I mean? I'll get it done. But I'm just excited about that. Now, before I go into my next thing, I wanted to tell you guys that this lip gloss that I'm wearing, you guys, I absolutely love, love, love it. And I showed it to you when I first got it. And it's called, let's see, what is it called? I don't see the name on here. I'm sorry about that. But it's by Limelight by Alcone. And it's the signature jeweled lip gloss. And you guys, I love this color. So pretty. And as you can see, there's a mirror on here so that I can see myself. This is absolutely pretty. Okay, that was random. It really was not in my notes, but let's move on. So I had to I had the pleasure of going to the dollar store, looking honestly for some snowflakes to finish off the Christmas wreath that I showed you guys last week. So let's hope, you guys, let's hope that I have it done by next week, so when I do my catch up with me video, I can show it to you. So I went in there and I picked up a few things, and one of which I actually got 3 of these cute little trees, you guys. How cute is that? And they're only $1. So like I said, I got 3 of them because, and here's the third one, they're all the same. But I got 3 of them because I will not be in town this year for Christmas. And since we cannot take the Christmas tree with us, these are going to serve as our Christmas trees while we are out of town. Now, I was looking for some poinsettias to go into the wreath, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to place them, but they'll go in there. So I got these 2 bunches right here. Aren't they so pretty? And this has a little glittery stuff on it. This one doesn't, but, well, not really, but they're going to look really nice in my wreath. So I'm so glad that I was able to get that. And they have a ton of it. So if you're looking for it, honey, you don't have to worry about them running out because they have a ton of it. So that is that. And then I wanted to add some Christmas balls on it. And so I got this pack right here. Let me start on this end. And I love these colors. So you have this gold, and this is more of kind of like a coppery gold right here. These four, this 2, 3, and 4, like a coppery gold. And then these have glitter on them. So I cannot wait to put those on my wreath. And I have some picks downstairs. I showed you those in a haul a few weeks back, the little berries. They're red, white, and green, so I'm going to add those in as well. And like I said, I only went in for some snowflakes. And so I did find snowflakes. They come 6 to a pack. Hope you can see that. So I'm super excited about these. And what else? Oh, I just picked that, and they're all the same, so I'm only going to show you one. So these little beads right here have the little bells on the bottom in green, gold, and silver. So I was like, how cute is that, you guys? And so that is it in terms of my wreath purchases, or purchases period, this week. Because I'm pretty sure anything else I bought, I've ate it up, so I can't show that to you. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to see that anyway. So moving right along, next on my list, let's see. Oh, I told you about the website. So I'm not sure what this new things to come for 2018 was. Oh my God, I have to go back and figure out why I even wrote that down. But I told you about my website, so we're good there. And on November the 11th, I know you guys have heard me talk about Miss Annetta Wilson. This woman is amazing times 1,000. Bob Yates is amazing times 1,000 as well. But I think Annetta, well, they're running neck and neck, because this woman is simply amazing when it comes down to business. She is out of Miami, Florida. She will be in town on November the 11th for our Women in Business event, all-day workshop through the Circle of Champions. And I'll be sure to put a link in the description box for you to click on so that you can see what it is and you can register. Now, I'll be very honest with you. I don't know how much this workshop costs, only because I am a member, and so because I'm a Diamond member, or members period, don't have to pay extra for these kinds of events, so I really can't tell you how much it is. But like I said, I'll leave the link, and then you can look it up and see for yourself. Now, speaking of Circle of Champions, on last Saturday we had another all-day workshop, and y'all, it was phenomenal. I thought the previous Saturday was phenomenal. No, this last Saturday was phenomenal. And so here's just a few of the notes that I wanted to share with you from our workshop. So we talked about the 4 keys to business success, and they are solution, strategy, systemization, and sales. Okay? And then we talked about the 5 important questions that you need to ask yourself. I'm sorry, you guys, I keep losing my pen. That you need to ask yourself, and they are, when I say ask yourself, I'm talking about that you need to ask yourself as you move along in your business. So the question number 1 is, what problem am I the answer to? You got to ask yourself that question. And then you need to ask yourself, who has the problem that I am perfect to fix, right? Third question you should be asking yourself is, what is the cost of inaction? So if people don't take action with your business or whatever it is that you're selling, what is the cost of that? And then number 4, what do I offer and what's unique about it? Again, as you structure your business or you think about ways to grow your business and things to add into your business, you need to be asking yourself these questions. And number 5, last but certainly not least, what's unique about me? Well, me personally, there are a lot of unique things about me, but you have to ask yourself that question, okay? And then we talked about most people never really understand what it is you do when you say certain things. So, and I've heard people say this before when somebody says, well, what do you do? And then they'll throw out this title and you're like, okay, so what is that? But chances are you're not going to ask that question, and you're hoping that they're going to follow up with because of the look of confusion on your face, they're going to follow up and say, well, what that is da da da. So I'm using this as an example. So if I said I'm a life coach or I'm an entrepreneur, to someone, they're going to think, okay, so what exactly does that mean? What is it that you do? So what you say is so what we talk about, what you say is costing you a future. We need to change the way we answer the question of what is it you do. So I'm hoping that if you're hearing this and you are an entrepreneur, you start to rethink what it is that you tell people when they say, hey, what do you do? Okay. You can't just throw out, I am a strategist. Okay, a strategist of what? And even if you are a strategist of branding, you still need to expand upon that a little bit more, because that still tells me absolutely nothing about what you do specifically. And we're going to get into what brand strategy is too. But you see what I'm saying? Just make sure people understand what it is that you do, because that's how you lose sales when you're not specific. So and we talked about master the term unfortunately. Love this, you guys. Master the term unfortunately. You can start your talk by saying, unfortunately, there are many people that have a message, but they aren't getting it out to the world. So I help my clients create content. Now, let me stop right here. What I'm reading to you, this is what I wrote down for how I am mastering the word unfortunately. So I would say something like, unfortunately, there are many people that have a message, but they aren't getting it out to the world. So I help my clients create content for their YouTube channel, and when needed, I help them to create a YouTube channel. So if I said I am a YouTube specialist to someone, they would go, okay, well, what exactly does that mean? But you see how I started out with unfortunately, because it's true. A lot of people have great business opportunities. They have great things to share, but the world's not hearing it. So that's why I like to encourage people to get a YouTube channel. That way you can reach so many people at one time. And guess what? Your message is getting to people even when you're not able to get up into a room and speak in front of a group of people. And then next we talked about learning to sell the problem and not the solution. Example, too many people are not getting noticed because they don't have a YouTube channel. So I sold you the problem, not the solution. So I didn't just jump in and say, you know what, I can help you to build a YouTube channel. I can help you create great content. I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I sold you the problem first, because if I'm talking to you and that's your problem, the light bulb is going to go off with, hey, I need her help. Next, our homework is to think about what do you offer and what's unique about it. So I want to throw that out to you guys. Start to think about what it is that you offer and what is unique about what you offer. So even if what you do, a ton of other people do it, it's okay. But how is the way you offer it unique in a way that others are not? So that was our homework, which I did complete. And next, we talked about we need to learn when to offer people conversation. And I love this. We need to learn to let me repeat that. We need to learn when to offer people conversation versus counseling. Because everybody that comes and talks to us, they don't want counseling. They just want conversation. And have you ever met somebody like that? And you're like, well, I didn't come to you to solve my issue. I'm just, we're just having a conversation. So you've got to learn when to do that. And I know that sometimes as entrepreneurs and business owners, we have a tendency, excuse me, we have a tendency to want to solve people's problems. And I'm learning that I can't always do that, because I have a big heart, and I'm always trying to figure out how to solve someone else's problem. So I'm just learning now that sometimes people just really want conversation. That's it. So everyone, there's a time and a place for everything, and not everyone needs counseling. Sometimes they really just need to talk. So next couple of meetings, we decided we're going to talk a lot about money, marketing, and brand building. So I'm just looking forward to the upcoming Circle Champions classes. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If y'all not a member of Circle Champions, honey, what are you waiting for? Bob Yates breaks it down in such a way that it is easy to get. It is easy to start putting into practice right now. It's not all that, talking up here kind of stuff so you can pay me to break it all down for you. Just loved it. I love this man and I love what he does. So like I said, I always hear people talking about a brand, right? And I realize that some people are really missing the mark on what a brand is, or they're not they don't fully understand what is a brand. So let me tell you, simply put, your brand is your promise to your customer. Let me stop right there, because a lot of times people think your brand is what you're wearing. Are you wearing your logo on your shirt? Are you wearing it on your shoes, on the top of your head? That's branding, yes, but simply put, it is your promise to your customer. It tells them what they can expect from your products and services, and it differentiates your offering from your competitor. Your brand is derived from who you are, who you want to be, and who people perceive you to be. Simple as that. The foundation of your brand is your logo. Okay? Back that up a little bit. The foundation of your brand is your logo. Your website, packaging, and promotional materials, all of which should be integrated with your logo, communicate your brand. So let me go back. Let's go back. So remember what I said. Your brand, simply put, is your promise to your customer, correct? And then I said the foundation of your brand is your logo. So if you don't have a logo, you need, what are you waiting for? You need to get one. And then it's also your website. Do you have a website for your business? How many times have you gone someplace and somebody says, do you have a website? Because I would love to see more of your work. And you'd be surprised at how many people don't. That just always amazes me. You need a website. And I tell people all the time, I don't care if you're part of a network marketing company, you need your own website, a website that you manipulate, that you put information and material on, not what that company is giving you. But so many times people are in these businesses and they don't want to pay for an extra website. I've always had my own. Even when I joined Paycation, I had my own website. Why? Because I want to put what I want to put on my website. And if you know me, I'm going to give you my website, not Paycation's website, mine. You see what I'm saying? And so it's not just your logo, it's not just how you carry yourself, it's not just what you choose to wear, but like I said, it's your logo, it's your website packaging, it's your promotional materials, and all of that should include your logo, because that's your brand. So brand strategy and equality. Your brand strategy is how, listen up, because a lot of people miss the mark on what brand strategy is. But it is how, what, where, when, and to whom you plan on communicating and delivering your brand messages to. That's it. All the other stuff that you hear, that's not it. What I just read for you, that's exactly what brand strategy is. Now, when you advertise, where you advertise is part of your brand strategy. Your distribution channels are also part of your brand strategy. In addition, what you communicate visually and verbally are part of your brand strategy as well. The most obvious example of this is Coke versus a generic soda. Because Coca-Cola has built a powerful brand a powerful brand equity, it can charge more for its product and customers will pay that higher price. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Get you a Coke soda and get that grocery store brand Coke, and guess what? The Coca-Cola may cost you $1.69, but the store brand is going to be 99 cents. Why? Because Coke has built up their brand. They can charge more, and you're going to pay more, just like I would. Now, I'm not really a Coke drinker. If I'm going to have a dark soda, it would be Pepsi, but I tend to stick to light sodas on occasions. Moving on. The added value frequently comes in the form of perceived quality and emotional attachment. For example, Nike associates its products with star athletes. Y'all ever notice that? Hoping customers will transfer the emotional attachment from the athlete to the product. For Nike, it's not just the shoe's features that sell the shoe. I mean, and how fitting. How many times have we seen in the past, I don't know about now, but Michael Jordan, everybody loved Michael Jordan. And so when he came out with his shoes, guess what? Y'all stood in line and bought them. I didn't, because I'm just not paying $200-$300 for some tennis shoes. It's not happening. But you bought the shoe because it was associated with Michael Jordan, and you loved Michael Jordan, right? Because chances are that you probably wouldn't have thought about the shoe. So defining your brand. Defining your brand can be difficult, time-consuming, and uncomfortable. It requires, at the very least, that you answer the questions that I'm getting ready to share with you. What is your company's mission? And if you don't know what your company's mission is, then you need to sit down and put pen to paper. What are the benefits and features of your products or services? What do your customers and prospects already think of your company? And lastly, what qualities do you want them to associate with your company? So once you've defined your brand, how do you get the word out? So here are a few simple, time-tested tips. So get a great logo and then place it everywhere you go. So as a matter of fact, while I'm doing this video, as you can see, my logo is, I hope you can see that, you guys, my logo is on this pen. So when I go somewhere, if someone says, hey, can I borrow your pen? And I say, sure, and I hand it to them, the first thing, because you see the logo, they go, oh, Speak Life Coaching Group, and they really take note of the pen. I also have, one second here, I also have another pen that has my Speak Life Coaching Group on it. Now this one doesn't have my logo on it, but it still has my business name and information on it. So you want to get your logo, get a great logo, and put it everywhere. And then you want to write down your brand messaging. So what are the key messages you want to communicate about your brand? Every employee should be aware of your brand attributes. Now this is if you have employees. Most of us, it's just us. So, but if you have employees, they should be putting out what your brand is, just the way you do. Next, you want to integrate your brand. So branding extends to every aspect of your business. How you answer your phone, what you or your salespeople wear on the sales calls, your email signature, everything. So you want to integrate your brand everywhere you go. And then you want to create a voice for your company that reflects your brand. So this voice should be applied to all written communication and incorporated in the visual imagery of all materials online and off. Is your brand friendly? Be conversational. Be conversational. Is it ritzy? Be more formal. So you get the gist of what I'm talking about. So you want to make sure it's fun and it's friendly. And then next you want to develop a tagline. Write a memorable, meaningful, and conscious statement that captures the essence of your brand. Then you want to design templates and create brand standards for your marketing material. So use the same color scheme, the same color scheme, the same logo placement, the look and feel throughout. You don't need to be fancy, just consistent. So I've seen some logos that are just like really fancy and high tech, and you can't quite make out really what's going on. And honestly, visually to the eye, it's just too busy. It's what the deaf would call eye noise. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be careful about that. You don't want that eye noise, meaning you just got too much stuff just popping all over the place. So, just make it simple. It doesn't have to be all out there. Like I said, I showed you guys with my pen here, my brand is, my logo says Speak Life Coaching Group. And in the back, between the Speak and the Life, there is, well, I'm showing it to myself. I'm going to show it to you. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a microphone back there. So I'm speaking life. It's simple. I love it. And people see it. They go, oh, that is cute. I really love that. So next, you want to be true to your brand. Customers won't return to you or refer you to someone else if you don't deliver on your brand promise. So whatever you say your brand is going to do, you need to make sure you're doing it, because people talk. And word of mouth can make or break your business. I've seen it happen too many times. So you want to make sure that you're delivering on your brand promise. If you can't follow through with whatever it is that you're promising, then don't do it, because I promise you people will look for that. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you is be consistent. So this point was placed last only because it involves all of the above that I just shared with you, and it's the most important tip that I can offer you. And if you can't do this, your attempts at establishing a brand will fail. So that is all I have this week, you guys. You know, I just truly love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I truly, truly do. And I'm so thankful that every time I see that little notice that says that I have a new follower, I get so excited. So I want to say thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. Again, I love you guys to the moon and back. And I look forward to talking with you again on next week, or I should say catching up with you again on next week. But until next time, stay the awesome people that you are, and really start focusing on ending your business on a high note, but also ending it such that you can start it on a high note in 2018. Love you guys. We'll talk again soon.